Right. In a previous video, I mentioned the fact that we should never trade against a alert. So we should only trade against this alert once we've had a new alert in place. And that's not strictly true. You've probably picked up on a few instances when possibly I've broken that. So I've not made it very clear, because by that I mean, you if that rule was in place, then we couldn't actually trade strictly adhered to, rather than we couldn't actually trade against long at any point until we've had a reversal with the weekly here, and we haven't yet. The weekly is down, so we can't trade against it. But what we can do is use a daily, in this instance a lower time frame, to attack the weekly. And the only caveat I should put there is that we should only really do that when we're with the trend. So in this example, the H1, you can clearly see the main trend is up, so we can safely, not 100% safe, it could always go against us, but we can at least use that as a rule. Only do this in an uptrend, and we can attack this H1 reversal level, or we can call it the confirmation level, because it's a confirmation of a break of support in order for the price to continue down, or it's a confirmation of a valid trend in place. That's a better way of explaining it, actually. We've got a confirmation of a trend in place with this alert. So what you can clearly see that trend just on these candles. There's definite low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. Ultimately, we've got rising lows and rising highs. So what this has done, and the alert just tells us, we've got the moving average crossover, as you know. So in an uptrend, we could have introduced a set of rules, and these, introduce you to a set of rules, but I already understand them as the rules, obviously, that we could use the M30 here to attack that H1 level. So if we slap that level on, that's the alert candle. So that's the confirmation of the new trend to the downside, and we can clearly see that high, low, lower, high, lower, low, and then we drop to the 30. We can draw our vertical on the new trend that's formed. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. So 3 rising candles, and we're in the process of the pullback here. So in this instance, so we can draw an M30 level on there of the previous downtrend. That's the downtrend. Three descending candles, 3 higher lows and 3, but it doesn't have to be 3. You could have inside bars there and all sorts going on, but you get the drift. You could draw a trend, or a descending trend line on there, and you could see that clearly on the M5, or even better on the M1, should I say. Apologies, lost my spot. There it is there. That would be the 3 descending, the candle highs there. From there down to something like that. Go back to the M30, and there's your 3 candles there. So that's fractals at work, and that it took ages for that to sink in, and really no one ever showed me it, so it probably took years, 4 or 5 years. So getting back to the problem in hand, that's the last lower high and lower low, or before the final one. So that's where we want to break through, and that's exactly what that did with that candle here. And we've got this problem again where the candle probably printed on that one, and then for some reason, due to the program of this alert, it's moved across, just like the H1 this morning for me. So that's how we can attack. We've got to break, we've got to get the alert for the M30, and then we can aim for this H1 high here. So we've got all of 26 pips, which is pretty phenomenal, really, considering we only want a handful to actually do the job. So I'm not going to go into all the lower time frame stuff, but just that's how you would break that rule of the H1 must be in line with the H1. Not always, but obviously the bigger the time frame reversal that you trade with, the more reliable it is likely to be. So just remember that. But just in case, I wanted to put this video up there just in case there was any concern about that apparent breakage, if that's a word, of the rulage, if that's a word. Alright, have a good day and thank you for watching.